who's on. Cool. We are live. In two different forms. Hold on. Let me type something. Oh, it's my little stamp button. I took him with me when I went to go see Transformers the movie in the theater in '86.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so a little bit of fun trivia there. But okay, I think the camera stand I've been using for my cell phone cracked the screen a little bit, so I actually have a figure of Galvatron holding the phone up right now. So you can't. I'll. So. Yes, he is assisting with. Huh? Say again? Yes. Yeah. I'm sure he's giving an enthusiastic greeting in response. Oh, okay. And okay, cool. Yeah. Well, great. So I've already got 2 people tuning in on Facebook. On YouTube. I've got you guys on Messenger, and Darren will be with us in just a minute. And yay, I can actually sit down. Well, Starscream. Oh, hang on. I've got my my cookie minder for our fortune cookies. He fell over, so and he's being a naughty Ushabti today. But what else is to be expected? But so how has everybody been this week? Yeah, it's been kind of a busy week for me too. I had to spend many hours on hold with unemployment, and that is a soul-killing process. So, yeah, and anybody who's had a stressful week, I totally feel your pain. And so has Darren, huh?
Yes.
All right. Have you got enough room back here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. If I could turn the camera around, then I would show you guys, how crammed the rest of us are back here. But if I did that, it would take us forever to get
right. So let's
focus back. So yeah, you'll just have to imagine the, hijinks that go on behind the camera.
We are not in a Vietnam era tiger cage, nor is it anywhere close. But it is a really small damn room when you get 400 of your closest Transformers and 3 regular-sized people in it.
I don't know if it's that many.
It's close. But just say it is and let's go.
It's a lot.
It's a bunch. It's tight in here.
Yeah. But hey, like I said, I've got them holding, cameras and stuff like that. Because I think the camera, that little tripod there I think that's what screwed up my screen. But anyway.
Damn it.
Yeah, well, okay. So this week, there's actually a lot of festivals that are coming up. And the fun thing is, right now, we are 1 month away from the end of the Kemetic liturgical year. And that's when you'd have the 5 days on the air and then New Year's. So that's going to be like big festival season if you're, of a Kemetic pagan persuasion. And I am probably going to have to get some support from my loving partner in order to do this. But doing a little something... Yeah. So he's making emotional like I'm fishing, But to do something every day for like the 5 days on the year and stuff like that, that would be ideal. It would be great to do that, but nothing like that happens without support from loved ones and other people in the house, other friends that want to come over and actually, do something social. Okay.
Woo!
Derek cut it out. So anyway, that's a month out from now. So we'll see if life is hopefully not quite so crazy in a month.
Yes.
You never know. So I'm just gonna peek over here and see. Okay, we've well howdy and Nini to everyone. So now we've got like I think 8 people watching right now. So hey. So let's get started.
Yeah.
All right. Am I pouring cold water on both of you?
No.
as you all know, if you tune into these enough, and how many have we done now? Like
45,000?
Oh, hush up. Well, we've done for a couple of months. And of course, we always start off with a purification with water. And here's my vase. And it is cool tap water. But for some reason, folks who have had it poured on their hands think that it is frigid. And since we have a guest with us tonight, I was just wondering if we're going to, get you in on this, or are you going to like...
Sure, why not?
Okay, all right. Okay.
You get the big one.
Oh, hush. Okay. All right, and I'm going to turn down the camera over here, the phone over here just a little bit. And, I'm going to check with you guys again in just a sec. So, again, the whole idea is we're starting off, we are cleansing ourselves of the week and all of the frustration and stupidity therein, and getting into a better state of mind. So these cool waters are upon my hands. They purify me as Tefnut, the goddess of moisture, purifies me. All right. Hail unto you, Isheru. We come unto you. Oh, hush. Without falsehood and without you. Hey, cut that out.
You shouldn't do that with holy water.
Yeah, okay.
You never know who's a vampire.
There you go. See, it's not that cold, is it?
No.
Yeah.
Being a big baby.
Yes. There you go. Here, I'll give you that. Okay.
Because I'm not a whiner.
Okay. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is upon our heart. We've cast out all evil that pertains to us.
There's no evil here. We just didn't know pure what is the question,
We are pure, we are pure, we are pure, we are pure. And we're dried off now, too. Okay. I like what Yamana said last week about, the power of Tefnut compels you.
Yeah.
Yes. So, okay. Of course, what's funny is that in the temples there were specific instructions for rites to, destroy evil that called for the pharaoh or whoever was acting to enjoy themselves as a child. So the laughter, I guess, and the fun is supposed to help cast out evil. So I guess by Darren in his own backwards way is by being silly and laughing and flicking water at us is helping to cast out evil.
Let the gods know she calls me names.
Yeah, something like that. Huh? Yeah, could be. We may have found your patron. The funny little one that I was drawing the other day that had the beard and the short one.
What was his name?
Bess. So, he's known for laughing and having a good time. And I get to figure out which candle to light first because we're going to be lighting a couple of them this time.
I always start with the one near me.
Tell you what, let's go ahead and get this one. Okay, and to give a little bit of explanation, we're honoring Mut, Mistress of Isheru, Yamana. You certainly recognize her, and also Isis, because on our calendar the Isis Luminous would be this weekend, and so I've got a little bowl of water, and we'll light our candle and see if we can actually float it in the water, and it'd probably look even better if we were able to dim the lights a little bit. But
And we can.
We'll try that and see if it, because I switched the camera's supposed to be broadcasting in 1080p right now, so hopefully it would pick up. But we'll see in just a minute. And so we'll light this one. This will be our Eye of Horus to start with. So, come in peace, bright Eye of Horus, and let the ceiling fan not blow it out. There we go. Come in peace, bright Eye of Horus. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The Eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes till none remain. receive the light. And now I'm going to bring it around for everyone. The Eye of Horus comes without being blown out by the ceiling fan, and we are purified with it.
Receive the light.
Yes, and
Drum roll.
there we go.
And it floats.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, because this was the best I could do for like a little pool of water. I've just got, a blue bowl, but hey, it's the light is floating on the
Is
water.
that actually on camera?
It is. It's just on the edge of the camera. If you look to the edge of the video right now, you'll see it. And
Ladies
actually,
and gentlemen, what she doesn't know is I replaced the water with moonshine, and that thing is going to light up.
yeah, right. And I would say you're holding out on me because I could use that for disinfecting things. So I'm just gonna see if we can actually dim the light and let it. Go ahead. There we go. Okay. And there we are. Yeah. So and it looks like it's not screwing with the camera too bad. So there you go, guys. We got a little bit of a light show tonight. So, yeah, you should be able to come forward. And if I light anything else, it's probably going to compete with it, huh?
No, light.
Okay.
Light stuff.
All right. Well,
I
also, we happen to be, because there's several things going on, and right now this is also the end of an Egyptian week. This is a decade feast, because they had 10-day weeks.
Mhm.
So imagine working, you had 7 days in a work week and then a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, so it's nice.
Yeah.
I wish we would adopt that.
Yeah, well,
Without the 7 days working thing, just a 3-day weekend.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
yeah. Well, anyway, on the last day of the week, you would honor the blessed dead, and honor the union of Ra and Osiris in the underworld. And so I'm gonna go and light a candle for our blessed dead, especially because one of them's passing anniversary is today. No, Chris Latta.
Hmm.
So the voice of Starscream and Cobra Commander passed away 26 years ago today. And also, a lot of other people would probably point out that in 2016 you had the Pulse nightclub,
Right.
massacre. So, they would be, also honored today as well. So, I don't have any nifty rainbow candles or anything, but I do have. I'll set a card here. Well,
Sleeping on the job.
yes, and here's my he's my cookie keeper, and he's been trying to get attention. He got his shot in the camera, so he should be happy now. Yes, we will light their candle as well. And I, of course, there we go. Okay, and I'm just trying to check and see if anybody else is. Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, Wolf, yeah. So, okay, yeah. Then, and you know what? It looks really good with the dim lights and the two candles. So,
It does.
yeah, we're gonna have to keep doing this because it comes out so good. How well are y'all seeing it? There we go. And of course, the sun's going down where we are, so you'll probably see it get a little darker, in the window. Okay.
I don't like the other two yet.
Oh, what the alabaster ones?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you guys, you want me to light the other candles too?
You should.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, since we're since this is for
If you're gonna go for a bucket of awesome, go for the whole bucket.
okay, by request, let me light the other candles. So, oh, and by the way, just a little thing. If anybody's watching and wondering, where did we get this little boat here? The funny thing is, it came from a Cajun gift shop. It's actually supposed to be a Piro, but I painted it green and gold and put Eyes of Horus on it. If anybody wants something like that for, doing, sailing feasts and stuff like that for their own, altar, let me know. And I'll try to.
Put it on it.
Yeah. Well, first I got to find more, go to the Cajun gift shops, and look for more little wooden Piros.
Easy enough.
Because They make them in different sizes. I wouldn't try to float it though, because they're meant to look cool, but not to actually like float. So you're likely to sink your icons doing that. So. Sorry, you're going to see like a huge blur of Carol Baskin. It's actually just me. I'm sorry, that series has warped my mind because I see leopard prints now, and that's like one of the things I think of. And I'm like, no, get that out of my head.
I don't understand what the big appeal of that show is.
Have you seen it?
No.
It's
Until you see it, you won't understand.
I say it's 3 words: train wreck syndrome. That's easy enough to explain. But there we go.
Carol Baskin again.
There we go. And yeah, that looks really, really nice. Okay, so we have all of our candles lit. And I rang one of these at World Religion Day one year, and then a little kid in the audience just, immediately went, ho, 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 and they heard. So they immediately thought, oh, Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, but instead, great and little needs of the gods, lords of Ma'at, united in Ma'at, great ones who reject wrongdoing. Assemble before the Lord of all, and turn your faces toward us. Our hearts are straight, our hearts are open, no darkness is in our hearts. Okay. And I'll put the beads over here where you can kind of see them as we count off, and we say, Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. And so we start with the bead that's colored like the sea. So, Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your right side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. And that would be the 4 virtues of Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Nachiru, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Okay. And more cool waters. I feel like I'm such a big baby. Okay. Take these, your cool waters that are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Ra Horaketi, O Mut, Mistress of Isheru, O Isat, Mut Horu, O Nachiru, these waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. We give you this sweet milk, which comes from Meheturet, that it may rejuvenate you. May it always be present upon your altar on the 10th day feast. And likewise, for our blessed dead. Although I get the strong sense that Wally is like, milk, how about a shot of bourbon?
He would not be alone in that, I'm sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, Dad too.
Probably Chris too.
I know, if I'd had the opportunity, I would have gotten some ginger ale.
Yeah.
But I'll have to remember that for the Waggy feast later on in the summer. But because his agent actually said that, I think the first time she bumped into him, that's what he was having, was a ginger ale. But let me also make sure I pour some. Actually, no. That's going to come in a minute. First of all, we'll give incense. And let me know if that starts to bug your allergies.
If it does, you'll find out.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens. We give you incense. We give you incense great of purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. It cleanses you, it adorns you, it takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. There we go. And this is not a food offering, but some Snap Pops. 4th of July is a good time to go and like buy little things that you can save for a couple of weeks later for the new year, and we can throw Snap Pops and stuff like that. And, generally confuse the neighbors.
You're loyal. I have never seen anyone offer minor explosives to a god before. It's very cool.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way. Oh, what was really funny was last year I had done some chalk drawings on the sidewalk for New Year's, and then this wonderful guy, he's very sweet, came to do some home repairs, and he didn't know what that was, and he had like typical redneck kind of guy. He came in the driveway and he saw what I had drawn, and he goes, "Oh, Korean, isn't it?" I was like, "Yeah, something like that." So, just let them go with whatever they figure. Okay, but we do have some. Speaking of Korean, some Korean Pocky, and that's on tap for today. So take this, your bread on which gods live. This bread is the eye of Horus, O Nachiru. Lift it to your faces and be at peace with it. Oh yeah, and you know what? Let me do one other thing since we're talking about. Hang on, I don't want to mess up the shot. Put it over here, but this actually lights up too. So let's go ahead and light her little lamp. So I have a lamp and boat. I'm sure the camera picked that up here.
Sorry. They're happy.
Okay.
They got milk, they got water.
And they're about to get wine. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. I fill the eye of Horus for you with wine, O Ra, O Sir, O Nachiru. Drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your face be refreshed with your libations, your wine, and your water. And I can almost imagine somebody telling me to do a retake on that right now. But let's go on to the next one. Since we're on that, this is where we offer our libations to Osiris and ask him to give them to the Blessed Dad over here at our little shrine. Oh, sir, take this, your libation, which is of this land, which produces all things. All things indeed come forth from this, upon which you live, upon which you exist. And while I'm here, okay, yeah, here we go. I'll give them some incense too. Incense, the eye of Horus.
You gotta do that with a little more spunk.
Oh. Okay, I'm told I needed to do that with more spunk. Well, it's lead.
And it was for the Blessed Dead, and it was the Eye of Horus.
Yes.
For those of you who may not have picked that up on Mike.
So you think that was too soft?
I do.
Okay.
It needed a little more. You're welcome.
We'll get that one in pickup.
Yes, let's move on.
Yes. We'll do that one in pickup. So. And. Okay, yes, also the myrrh. Wait, there's myrrh. I'll light it from here. Okay, pure is Amun-Ra Horeketi within his house. Pure is Osir, within his house. Pure are Mut and Aset within their house. And all of the other nurturers. Pure are the cause of these gods with this myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Sorry, I had to turn because I just knew you were behind me doing something.
I was not.
All right. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance all good and pure things on which a god lives. To Ra Horaketi, to Osir and their needs, in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Okay. Come unto your bodies, O Amun Ra Horaketi, O Osir, O Yenochiru. Come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings and partake of them. That was a little more spunky now, wasn't it?
I doubt there was this much banter back in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But the thing is, what you probably would have had back then is you would have had one person who was actually, picking things up and holding them or striking, for. Because remember, they didn't have cigarette lighters, so the process of lighting incense and candles and stuff like that was a little more involved because you would have had been striking flint. So somebody was doing that while you had someone else standing there actually reading from the scroll, and then you would have had other people who were handling things. So at least huh. Yeah, or now they call them altar boys and altar girls. Funny thing is, when I was about 13, I asked to be an altar girl, and my father never followed through with that, and I wonder if there are things that happened to him when he was an altar boy that he didn't talk about, but we don't know. The world will never know. Whatever that was. So, yeah, but the point being that you would have had a lot of people, involved in doing something, and yes, it would have been a lot more staid if you were in a temple, but I suspect that people at home who were, just minding their home shrines, would have been, telling the kids to be quiet, or maybe it was, the housewife getting up before everybody else so she could have some quiet to do it. It could have been any number of things, but yeah. Huh? Yeah, the cat on the altar. Well, in ancient Egypt, they also had things like pet monkeys, so you could imagine the mischief of that.
Well, just to consider us monkeying around.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But anyway, let's move forward.
Well, this also ends up being kind of a teaching opportunity. I'm able to explain things as we go along so that it seems a little less mystified. And if somebody gets an idea when they go and they're, worshiping at their own shrine, they can, they've got some ideas and also some perspective on, if the cat goes and tries to track in the incense burner, well, you're not alone.
And that's happened to us too.
Yeah, we've had a cat tip over an incense burner. Thankfully, nothing was lit, but there were little tracks of ashes. So. And I see, okay. Okay, someone says hello from Atlanta. All right. Oh, and thank you for the blessings. Yes, absolutely. And thanks, and we will get to prayer requests in just a minute. Yeah. Now that we have, we're giving our offerings.
Prayer lines are open. Prayers will be answered in the order they are received.
Please don't do that to me. I spent hours on hold like that, so that's, you're giving me flashbacks. Okay. Speaking of, usually you'd have someone sitting there and holding the thing. Come, O people, and raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, Osir, before Mut, before Isis. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them as it has since the first time. And then after, we offer it to the gods first, so we give a reversion, and that's where we invoke King Tut, and he's our patron saint, if you will. And, foremost of the blessed dead. Although I'm sure there's some who would argue with him on that. But they get offerings next. Ora Horaketi, O Osir Kentia Mentiu, and your son, the Osir Nisud Nebkapurura, that's the name of King Tut. Your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourself to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And this is where, it goes from the gods to, the deceased royalty, then to, the rest of the blessed dead. And this is where you would, invoke their names. And we'll be thinking about your grandfather that passed away a few weeks ago. And of course, the folks we just talked about. And we know your ears are burning, so. Porekaruta and kets kakao of deus and nature hearts could never nofre wabet all ket nacharim and kawanaku punibu makaru nibu here nachara. And that, of course, means a voice offering of bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which a god lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all of these spirits, true voice before the great god. So, beef, it's what's for dinner. All right.
And no one cried foul.
Very funny.
You're welcome. I'll be your old.
Yeah. Okay, and return. Huh? But it should be okay with venison. Hathor would be fine with venison. Yeah. Oh, okay. And we had somebody who tuned out and just came back, and you just tuned in as we were offering the voice offering prayer for our blessed dead, and lots of banter in between. So, at this point, this is where we'll do some hymns and things for different deities, and then we'll open it up for prayer requests. And of course, another thing we do is a divination with fortune cookies, which sounds completely counterintuitive, but it's actually the same basic idea as what a lot of ancient divinations did, where they would bring either or options written on papyrus or pottery shards in front of the gods, and have a statue move or some way indicate which option they said was correct. So that's by pulling a fortune cookie out of the basket, we're doing more or less the same thing. Just using something we happen to have a lot of.
Yeah.
But we actually met a friend. He literally was our friend, the Jewish cowboy, and he would go out and he would eat Chinese food, but he would not open a fortune cookie because it was considered divination. So, and he was kind of orthodox leaning, but we're cool with that. So first, because we're honoring Isis, she's going out. If I remember correctly, this is where she's going out looking for her husband. But there are various festivals involving light, and lighting lamps, that we know from ancient times. But I'm going to go ahead and read in English this time, but at some point I'm going to get back to doing some stuff in the Egyptian language. But that's going to be for another video. She is the one who pours out the inundation, which makes all people live and green plants grow, who provides sacred offerings for the gods and voice offerings for the spirits. Because she is Lady of Heaven, her husband is Lord of Duat, and her son is Lord of the land. Her husband is the pure water, renewing himself at Biga at his time, which is an island in the far south of Egypt. That's close to where they thought the flood came from. She is Lady of Heaven, Earth, and Duat, having brought them into being through what her heart conceived and her hands created. She is the Ba which is in every city, watching over her son Horus and her brother Osiris. And we'll find one from Newt. I'm so glad I put this in alphabetical order because that makes it easier for me to find things in real time. Praise unto Mut, Lady of Heaven, Mistress of Amun's house. Lovely of hand, she shakes her sistra. Her sweet voice is pleasant to the heart. She illumines the world with her rays. She causes all lands to prosper. Unique one without equal, eternity belongs to her. Great one in heaven, great of dread, foremost in the Aeneid. Mistress of the two lands who shines on all faces like Ra. All right, and this is the point where I call upon you, the lovely viewers, if you have some deities that you want to request that we read for, and then, we'll mosey from there. So, okay. Oh, hi, Celery. She's the gal that is going to art school soon. We're gonna have. I'm gonna give you an invitation when I get some videos on my other channel up. But okay, to Circuit and Bastet. There we go. Say so. Those are next up. And so I need to get a plaque of Circuit to make one. But in the meantime, I do have something for her. And Circuit is a goddess who most people know her from, there was a statue, one of the four goddesses guarding Tutankhamun's canopic chest, and she had a scorpion on her head because she's the controller of scorpions. And she has the power to cure poison, and to her title is, she makes throats breathe. So I kind of figure she also would be a patroness of like respiratory therapists and people who have asthma and things like that. And there we go. That's where I said it. Okay. Hail of Circuit, O noble lady, Circuit Hettit, the giver of breath. Come unto me, O Lady of Heaven. Drive out every evil that is in my body. With your fire in your mouth and your flame before you, set your spells against all those who wish me ill. Mistress of your mansion among the undying stars, mistress of the cavern who protects the bark of Ra. Because another thing that she does in the underworld is she helps Isis, and they cast nets to keep the evil one away. So, and she's one of what they call the four noble ladies. So, fantastic four, but all girls. So. And hang on, there we are. Best. Enoch Heres Bastet, Nebet Meri Nebet Ankh. Hail and praise unto you, Bastet, Lady of Love, Lady of Life. Daughter of Atum, firstborn of the Lord of all. Greatest goddess, Lady of Heaven, mistress of all the gods. You open the movements of Shu, for he is your messenger. You slaughter with your arrows, and you slay the evil one, and seize the hearts of the wicked foes. Lady of the shrine, foremost of the sacred fields, mistress of perfume, mistress of joy. O Eye of Horus, O Eye of Ra, Uraeus whom Ra loves, protect us until the dawn. Okay. Did you guys have any requests over here? Okay, yeah. Okay, we'll get to the prayer question in just a second. Anybody else? Okay, yeah. Cool, yeah, yes. We're talking about the Fantastic Four is, Isis, Nephthys, Circuit, and Neat. Yeah, so...
It was a really neat conversation.
Yeah. Well, I think that might be a fun illustration.
Is there an Egyptian god of dad jokes?
Of dad jokes?
I think he's he can hit harder than that.
Yes, I can. Luckily for you, I won't.
Huh? Say what, guys? Yeah, that's true. Because that's the fun thing is you had the four goddesses, but they each had four sons of Horus that they protected.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Four is a recurring number in Egyptian belief. It symbolizes totality because you have like the four directions.
Yeah.
So combos of 4 are a good thing. So yeah. Okay. Well, in this case, we'll go ahead and we will make our prayer requests for the week, because I know that there's some folks who've been having health issues, and I know Seto's been looking for work, and we sympathize with that. You know, and I definitely am going to also include hope that Darren, you get your that everything gets straightened out for Social Security, so that we're not having to go, hey, where's our check? Because that's kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, I noticed also there were some comments over here, and I'm going to walk across y'all again. Blessings. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And Wolf requested a prayer for those that are struggling right now. Yeah. Basically, it just seems like there's a lot going on for everybody. And Morgan, if you want to throw anything in, you're welcome to. Like anything that you're like, please,
I'm in kind of a good place right now.
Well, that's good.
You should offer a prayer for that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're thankful that you're in a good spot right now, and hope that you continue to be, and hope that others can join you in a good spot as well. Because and it just seems like there's an awful lot going on,
Yeah.
and
Good spots are good.
yeah. So actually, at this point, rather than read something, because I know there's probably something cool that I've written somewhere, but rather than that, I'll just
Do what moves you.
yes. And as we get closer and closer to the end of a Kemetic year, there's so much. If you think about what happened last July, and then to now, it's been a long and kind of frustrating year. And what always strikes me is when we sit down to ask for life, well-being, and health, and knowing that some people, there's always going to be people who are going to pass on, and there are some things like that are just unavoidable. But if we can just stay that for a little bit longer, if we can just make things a little bit better, and if that's why we pray to you, the gods, because our reach is only so far, and we call on you to extend your reach beyond ours, and to help us to fend off the things that we don't see, because we can only do so much as human beings. We're so much more limited in our perspective, and but we aspire to be higher than we are, and to try to come close to the perspective and the wisdom that and the ability that they have. And so that's my prayer for this week. Yamana, you got any other thoughts to add? I'll turn you up a little bit. Can you hear me okay? Yeah.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Yeah. Yeah. and also from just places reopening too soon.
You need to reiterate what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm going to repeat what you said there, in case the camera didn't pick it up. But Yamane was saying is, just there's been so much unrest and uneasiness, and we need to focus on our relationships and our friendships, with other people, and the groups that we're in. And there's still the problems that we're having with the virus going on, and thinking that there is going to be a second wave, and I guess because we're like I said, we're 1 month away from the end of the year, and that's an important time for not only a fresh start, but also chasing out evil, and maybe we can, at least for ourselves and in a spiritual sense, we can make that a turning point. So let's offer a prayer, and in our own lives look forward to hopefully reaching that climax in the movie, and thing hopefully we can
Peace.
yeah get yeah yeah and yeah, it's I know it's so frustrating, hearing what's been going on, like in the news and stuff, and it can be very draining. That doesn't mean they aren't making a point. It's just you can't get a lot done without a clear head. So that's something else that I pray for, is that people have clear heads and figure out the best way to move forward with whatever it is. So to that end, so that we can kind of keep things going. Another thing that we would do actually at a Decade Festival is we would ring sistrums in the 4 directions, invoking gods associated with those directions, and casting out the evil one, which I think is a good thing to do. So I'm going to start off. Let's see. Okay, yes, south is this way where we're facing. So from our camera, where you are at home would be different, but from here we're going that way. That is south. So hail unto you, Amun and Montu, who safeguard the world from all evil to the south. Apepim Idit, Juked der Ubed Webed. Apophis is annihilated, the evil one is destroyed, and the burning one is burned. Okay. And going this way. I've got that big cutout of Galvatron, so Galvatron, help me out here. Hail unto you, Shu and Tefnut, who guard the world from all evil to the north. Apepim Idit, Juked der Ubed Webed. Apophis is annihilated, the evil one is destroyed, and the burning one is burned. Okay, and to the west. Hail unto you, Neith and Wajit, who safeguard the world from all evil to the west. Apepim Adit Juked der Ubed Webed. Apophis is annihilated, the evil one is destroyed, and the burning one is burned. And to the east. Hail unto you, Sekhmet and Bastet, who safeguard the world from all evil to the east. Apepim Adit Juked der Ubed Webed. Apophis is annihilated, the evil one is destroyed, and the burning one is burned. May the sound of the sistrum chase out evil and help everyone to move forward in a better spot. And now that we've cleared there, does anybody have any quick requests or seeking of wisdom for the week?
Yeah, I request that my check clear soon.
Yes, second that. Oh, hang on, I think. Were you asking something? Well, he's just asking for just a request that this Social Security check come through, which we've been working on that. I can see. Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. I also see somebody had commented here and requested a supplication to be made to Isis for his friend Orion. And I'll read what he said. Noble lady, give refuge, shade, and cool waters from the heat of misery, debt, illness, distress, and from being used by maleficent men. Oh, absolutely. So, is that the same Orion that we know? If, yeah, I don't know, but if so, then definitely, because I know he's been having to deal with a lot of stuff the last couple of years.
He's a very good soul.
Yes. So absolutely. Well, let us see what they have to tell us for. I think you were saying just what to look forward to for the week ahead. And so here we have it. I will open it and we'll see what they have to tell us. Let me sit it right here. And okay, so your charm is irresistible. In bed. Or we're doing in Egypt. But charm is irresistible. You know what? It's funny. Last week we decided to do another one, and then the cookie was empty.
So it might be the God's way of telling you, like,
your strength of person will prevail.
I like that. Yes, what Darren says as an interpretation of that is that your strength of person will prevail. So just be sweet and it'll see you through.
Be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and oh yes, it is Orion Bailey. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Because if there's something else that we can do to help, then
Let us know.
So let us know, because he was having a lot of trouble, and we're trying to help him with some things last year, and I think that's one thing that I'm also going to add. If anybody here is having trouble with something, and you've got friends, talk to them, let them know what's going on.
They can't help if they don't know.
Yeah. Don't suffer in silence. A lot of times we don't realize what friends we have around us that are willing to help and want to help, and they just need to know. And that's a lesson, a very humbling one that we learned, at the beginning of this Kemetic year when we were having trouble, and had folks from YouTube, who came forward and donated money to us and then encouraged us to get on Patreon, so it can be hard to ask for help sometimes, but if you just take the courage and just do it, and open up to your friends, then you never know what you might find. So that is my bit of wisdom to share.
Remember, help and love are both 4-letter words.
Huh. Interesting thought. Okay. Well, in that case, let us go ahead and wrap it up so we can get back to other things. But I certainly enjoy having everyone here, and I hope you're, having a good time, even though it's
been really interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, and at least we're not, reading the Continuings of Horus and Set. But yes, by the way, our friend that's with us is the one that was reacting as we were reading the Continuings of Horus and Set. So, and I need to edit the other one for later this month. But this is a much more dignified, representation
So far.
I mean, yeah, let's not jinx it. I could still get up in this chair and trip and
Finish it.
actually, you know what? There is a story about that. Because there was a priest somewhere who saw fit to have recorded in his tomb that there was a point where he tripped in the middle of a ritual, but the pharaoh turned around and told him, be sound, the equivalent of, like, are you okay?
Yeah.
And that bit of interaction, so impressed him that he had it recorded for posterity. So
Yeah.
it's also proof that yes, people trip in the middle of rituals and do crazy things like that. It does happen. And it happened even then. But so far, I think just by being a little bit goofy, we've avoided having something unintentional.
Ritual should always be a celebration.
Yeah.
What's a celebration without laughter?
Yeah. Well, like that video that I saw of a festival in India, and so you have women who are trying to photograph, they're trying to videotape with their cameras as the priest is reading stuff, and this one mom has her camera up, and her kid like jumps up in the frame to photobomb her. And it's like, kids are going to be kids. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Khafri. You come into being on the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure as the name of Atum, foremost of the great Aeneid, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. The name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. The name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. The name of Nut in the shrine of Shinit in Yunu endures. Incidentally, that's you had gods of air and moisture, earth and sky, and then you have the other ones, Osiris, Isis, and Set, and the others. So as the name of Osir Kentiamentio endures, so the name of Aset in Nicheru endures, the name of Sutek in Nubet endures, the name of Horus in Pe endures, the name of Wajit in Dep endures, so the name of Jehuti in Kemenu endures, so the name of Ra and the Aket endures likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Amun Ra, Horaketi, and O Osir. You have come in peace, O Mut and Isis. May you go forth in peace, O Nochiru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Alrighty. Well, guys, thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's always fun and always... Okay. Oh, wow. Somebody's watching, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning where they're at. Wow, you must be like somewhere in Europe. But thank you so much for joining us.
Type a thank you for them or something.
Huh?
Type a thank you.
Yeah. So I'm going to do that. Of course, I'm going to be doing that on Sunday because there's a DJ, Paul Van Dyke. He does a Sunday show, and he started when the quarantine started. And it starts like noon our time, but it's like 7 o'clock in the evening where he's at. And then there are other people from all over the world. There's like 3,000 people at a time that watch the stream. So we're not quite there yet. We're going.
Sharon, I'm going to need to back out of here if that's all right.
Yeah, okay. Let me just go ahead and wrap this up, and then we'll...
We haven't officially wrapped it up yet.
Hang on, I'm about to end the stream. I was just typing. Thank you so much for joining, especially at 4 in the morning. See you again next. Next week. Okay. I'm going to use giant flowers at home. For the giant flowers at Hobby Lobby for I don't know. We'll have to talk about those later. But good night, guys. Okay, that's one and.